love has got you feeling too much, it's feeling too much for you, then all my love is gonna dance with someone that shows love, not you. Just dance. If all my love has got you feeling too much, it's feeling too much for you, then all my love is gonna dance with someone that shows love, not you. Just dance. If all my love has got you feeling too much, it's feeling too much for you, then all my love is gonna dance with someone that shows love, not you.
I think it's time. Is it time? It's time. Let's do this. I lost my mouse. And here we go. Hey! Well, ladies, gentlemen, children of all ages, you are now watching Distance Nerding. Oh, yeah. And we are here to nerd together. And in not the way that James is. If you guys missed Tuesday, you know I am a completely different person than I was on Tuesday night's show because I'm not sick anymore. Hey, everybody. Great card. What's up?
Yes. How's it going?
Oh, you know me. I'm alive, awake. My watch just told me it was over 30 decibels right now, which means I am screaming at the top of my lungs.
Nothing wrong with that.
And my entire system can't handle it at all.
Hey, Mezzo.
Oh, yeah, Mezzo in the house. What up, Matt Granda? What's going on, man? Oh, snap. Jason DeLope is inside of the chat. Jason's one of my buddies for the longest time. And it's funny because I know he can't usually watch the show because of his little ones and everything, but he's hurt right now, so he's not at work. So he's probably bored out of his mind and like, hey, let me check out Philippe's show for once. No, we've been friends for like 15 years. Let's just check out his show.
Nice.
You can do it. I love it. What's up, Mets? Love it all here. Taters is in the chat. What's up, Tyler? How you doing, man? Matt Granda again. What's up? Guys, we're here. We're ready to have some fun. I'm ready to get down. Again, you know, me and the guests that I managed to get on the show. Oh, look at that. Hold on. All I can do is watch stuff right now. Hey, I've watched some. Okay. Right here. Yes, Geek Saga in the house. What up, Eugene? Tyler killing it. Oh, no worries. It's okay. I'm okay with that, Mezzo. Fours is here.
Fours.
Oh, yes.
I missed the intro. Damn it.
You missed the intro. Your favorite part, man.
Yeah, when you scream, hey, and I'm like.
Exactly. You missed the whole thing. It's what happens when you're late. All right. Look, before I bring our guest on, we got to clean some house real quick. Of course, we got to pay the bills. And we got to talk, just the sponsorships, the things on there. So I'm going to introduce the first one. Fours, I'm going to let you take the second one because I know you love that one. So,
Freak yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this entire channel, this show, everything that we do on Distance Nerding is brought to you by Poddex. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is Poddex. Poddex are a unique interview, question, and episode starting prompt in the palm of your hand. So whether you are a new podcaster or an existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience or get more engagement, you're going to want to check out poddex.com. Now, guys, use the code NERDING10. Yes, that's right. NERDING10 at checkout to get 10% off your decks. Now, guys, you have the decks. They, if you're trying to do interviews, but I mean, you just want to be the cool guy at your next mixer or your next, the next time you're at a high school party. Hopefully that you're in high school and not a 40-year-old man like some of us are. Or if you're a 40-year-old man at a high school party, you better be a freaking chaperone. I'm just saying,
Or providing the keg.
When I say high school party, I mean at a high school, not we don't endorse. We're a kid-friendly show. That's a
Or
lot.
providing the punch bowl filled with non-alcoholic things inside, like Minute Maid fruit punch.
Do me a favor and not let Master Roshi anywhere near any of that.
No promises, young man.
All right. So with all that, again, or you want to go, you're at a corporate retreat, you want to do the icebreaker, boom. Pod Decks right there for you guys. They also have awesome merch. If you guys like Supreme, because Supreme gear is always the best, they have knockoff Supreme gear that says podcaster on it. And I rock that shirt all the time. You guys have seen it, and I love that shirt. So guys, check out Pod Decks. Go to poddecks.com. Use Nerding10. Get 10% off. So with that being said, I'm gonna hand this one over to Force.
So the next shout out we're going to make is to none other than Dubby.
Oh,
Dubby.
wait, before you move on. There you go.
Dubby is an emerging brand of energy drinks created to help focus, concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. Dubby contains no maltodextrin and sugar, no fillers, artificial colors, or dyes, and it's keto safe. Now, you may be asking yourself, what makes Dubby different from other gaming supplements? So, Dubby is one of the few drinks that contains Neurofactor, a nootropic derived from the coffee fruit. Neurofactor helps give your brain focus and clarity, while 150 milligrams of caffeine and the 3 essential B vitamins help you stay alert and energized. So, to find out more about Dubby, you're going to go to www.dubby.gg. Master Roshi, what is the code to get 10% off? Well, I'm so glad you asked, young man. You're going to use code NERDING10 to get 10% off at checkout so you can get Dubby, which fuels my perversion and gets me my special magazines. Da, da, da. Thank you, Master. That's Dubby at www.dubby.gg. Guys, don't forget to use code NERDING10 for 10% off at checkout. Young Phil, how many flavors of Dubby are we up to at this point?
Before he says anything, I hate you and Kakarot equally.
That's
Loathe
unfortunate.
you.
No. All right. You hear that?
Loathe you complete.
No Dubby for Vegeta.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What do you mean no Dubby for me? I want all the Dubby.
Oh, God. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 7 flavors of the dubs. You see 5 on the screen right now. Let me go ahead and drop that. Boom. You see me right here. I'm about to show you guys real quick. There are now 7 flavors. Let me knock this out of the way. Fuck out of the way. All right. There are 7 flavors here now. So I got 7 of these bad boys right there. And there is a hydration flavor. Guys, it is deliciousness. It is amazing. It is all great. What flavors should I combine tonight? What are we going to do here?
All of them.
Whoa.
You would make Cam Smith super happy. I don't even know if he's in the chat right now.
The Suicide Squad of Dubby.
I did that, and it was a weird flavor. All right, so let's do this. For sure, I'm going to throw in Big Energy Tears. Big Energy Tears is a blue raspberry. Shit, fuck it. Let's do this. Let's go Galaxy Grenade.
Ooh.
Okay, so
you know, I was gonna say go Tears of the Dragon, but okay.
I did Tears of the Dragon last week.
Okay, very good.
So for anybody that's new that doesn't know about, you know, the W and everything that we're talking about, Tears of the Dragon is Dragonade. Dragonade is a dragon fruit pink lemonade. And I did the blue raspberry with that because I figured it would go good with a lemonade, right? What I'm doing is I'm going to do the Big Energy Tears again. And then Galaxy Grenade. Galaxy Grenade is watermelon, guava, and lime. For those of us that are Latino out there, you guys know this is our whole flavor combination right here. Like this is like the song of our people. Now, as I'm mixing this, I'm going to start introducing our guest here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Our guest that is coming on is a social media influencer. I know right now, in calling him a social media influencer, because I can see him off screen right now, I know he is super juiced about this and the fact that I just called him a social media influencer. He's also a fitness influencer. He's also going to be super happy that I said that he's fit.
Yay! Because fat ass Fours needs advice. So
And
bring on the influencer. Damn it!
And he's also a military influencer. When I say that, he's a vet. So I know that our boy Eugene, who's in the chat right now over at Geek Saga, who's also a fellow vet, is going to be technically he's still in, but I mean, like, he's going to be super juiced about this because another dark humored veteran that makes ridiculous, stupid jokes. If you haven't checked out his social media, guys, check out Bean and Beefy on Instagram, YouTube, all those places. He is ridiculously funny. We met him at LA Comic-Con, and I'm happy to bring on to the show today the one, the only, I was going to say Bean and Beefy, but Julian Valderrama.
Oh, sorry. I was just reading Scott Pilgrim real quick.
Let's go with the Scott Pilgrim all day.
There you go.
How's it going, guys?
Oh, we're doing great, man. How are you?
What's up, Beefy?
Oh, I'm just alive, existing.
I mean, but that's all we can do is be alive and exist.
Doesn't it suck?
I know. Exist. This pain for a me seeks.
That's the only good part about that show.
I'm Mr. Me seeks. Look at me.
Nah, dude. Swole is the goal. Size is the prize.
Oh, dude, look at this
It's
dude's
gains
arms.
o'clock.
Look at this dude's arms.
Wow.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
See, look at that. Before, after.
I 100 believe I just creamed myself. I'll be back.
Oh, I do too. Every time I flex, I'm like Arnold. You ever heard the Arnold quote? It's like I'm coming, I'm flexing, and I'm coming, and I'm in the gym, and I'm coming, and I'm coming, and I'm coming. That's Arnold.
It's like being in the gym. I'm coming and I'm flexing and I'm coming and I'm coming.
It's like I'm having sex with a woman, and I'm at home, and I'm coming, and I'm coming, and I'm coming. There's so much cum. It's everywhere.
Hi, it's everywhere. It's coming.
He's coming and he's coming and he's flexing. He's coming, he's flexing.
So before we move on, I saw you introduce some tubs of some caffeinated drinks. I'm a huge caffeine head myself.
Oh yeah.
Is that the equivalent to pre-workout?
It is so somewhat. I've heard people use it as a pre-workout. It's actually a gaming supplement. So what it's more like G Fuel, right? But it's got it's got like less of like all the fillers. It doesn't have any of the colors or anything like that. Zero sugar, so it doesn't have any sugar or anything inside of it. The caffeine that they derive, it's 150 milligrams of caffeine, so it's kind of spiky. But it it's not enough for you, huh? See, exactly.
I'll be right back.
My usual pre-workout routine is about 20 milligrams of an edible and 900 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah. So you're
that's usually where I'm at.
Overloading, man. You need a rip it and some crack is what you need right there.
I don't even think crack would work, man. I think I need something spiked.
Well, like I said, rip it's, man. Deployment crack.
The official sponsor of the war.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's a monster, man. I mean, like what post have you ever been on where you don't see somebody walking around with a BFC?
Oh.
but the funny part of that is like I remember getting at a basic, grabbing a monster and getting my ass chewed out for having an open can in uniform, right? And then going to my first duty station and realizing nobody cared. It was just the drill sergeant.
Yeah, I remember I got yelled at one time in MCT because I bought a backpack and I left the price tag on there. And some guy at Subway was like, "You better take that shit off your bag." And I'm like, "Oh my lord, okay." And then I got to the fleet and everybody was like, "We don't care. Just work."
Yeah.
Just work.
Exactly. No, yeah, and that's exactly it, right? No, I mean, so it's a gaming supplement. The biggest thing apart about this is it's more like about focus and concentration and whatnot. So it actually does work. I use it for when I do my game streams, and it helps out a lot. I actually, again, the other part of the show is I build Lego, right? So I'm about to start getting ready to build this Atari 2600 right now, and I use it to help me kind of like focus on all that too. So like while we're talking to you, I'm also doing all this, doing this kind of fun stuff.
I might need that for my ADHD.
Yeah, it's illegal in your countries, but legal on every post. We're talking about rippets right there. Again, I always, whenever I talk to caffeine heads, it's always like, if you've never heard of rippets, let me tell you why it's unsafe. One, they give it to soldiers.
It's military grade,
right?
Oh.
But the other thing is you can only buy it at a dollar store. If you know that if you can only buy it at a dollar store, it's not healthy. It's 100% right.
I'm stealing that. I'm stealing that. That's a really good observation.
If I see that on one of your posts, and you don't even have to give me credit, dude. Like if I see it on one of your posts, I will cry, like not, but happy man tears. You know, just
Actually, you're reminding me because I actually filmed content this whole entire week, so you might see Chad mention some Dollar Tree jokes in there.
Oh God, I'm gonna like do me a favor. If you want to like screen grab my face or something like that, but just put like cries in Ranger.
Cries and highly funded. That's
or cries in ROTW.
There you go.
Cries
there you go.
Lead the way.
Cries and Hua.
Cries and Hua. That's a good. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, every soldier in the world would relate to that. Cries and Hua.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, like whenever I make fun of the Navy, I always put like cries and shipmate because they hate the word shipmate, and I love it. I love making fun of them because I deployed with the Navy, and they like shipmate to them is like asshole, but to us we're just like we hate the Navy, so we're like, hey there, shipmate. Like every day. So
well, I mean, it's just like in the Army, like there's in the big Army, everybody says Hua, and it's the most annoying shit in existence.
Dude, we don't even like when they ask us like for a response, we don't even say like yes or no. We just go
because
so it's like, hey, you guys understand that?
I had an NCO that used to he used to hate Hua so much that he would refer to people as Hua, right? So he would go, hey, little Huas, what are you doing?
I love military slang, how it can just be used as a verb, a noun, something like anything.
Right.
Like like anything.
What the fuck you little Huas doing?
There you go.
Oh man. All right, so I'm switching cameras here. Give me a second. Yeah. Okay. I'm here. All right. Okay. Mold and broken. All right. But it would always be like, what are you little Huas doing? Or if he was talking to an officer, hey, how you doing, big Hua?
That sounds like someone up there in about the E6, E7 ranks.
It was always anybody above E6, right? Because I mean that's kind of how it works, right? Anyone below E5, it like nobody cares. Anyone above E6, it's just, hey, how you doing, big Hua? But once you hit DA select, everything's fine, right? So we're making all these military references and jokes. It's flying over everybody else's heads, but let's talk origin stories, man. Well, actually, you know what? Before I get into the origin story, let me do this real quick, because this is my first time doing this.
So it all started when my mom met my dad.
Okay, and there's a lot of cum involved. Okay, so
there might be a little. Unfortunately, I was not swallowed. I'm still here, and
I always say that this is the show where we're gonna get canceled. That is happening today.
You can't cancel. You can't get canceled if you don't give a fuck.
There's also that.
Look at Joey Diaz. He's still around.
Oh my God, 100%.
If Hulk Hogan can come back on Raw's 30th anniversary show and get cheered, you can make it. Don't worry.
Okay, there we go.
Wow.
I'm gonna go with that. So that being said, oh God, so that just sounds it sounds like everyone has a wiener in their mouths. Okay, so and I was just pulling the chat up on my phone so I could see what's going on. Damn it. All right, I'm pulling up my outline so I can actually interview you here instead of just going full, just military head. All right, man. So we've got questions that we ask here, right? The first question I'm going to ask you here. So we have a segment on our show called "Growing Up Geeky," right? And when I didn't mention, you're also a massive nerd, the way that we are, right?
100%.
Exactly. I mean, you know, we met with you geeking out on my Deadpool costume, and then when I saw the video, you were like, just massive nerd, and I'm like, oh, this is great. You know, I love this guy. He's got to be on our show. So with that being said, just before we get into your story, let's learn more about you, right? So we have a segment on the show called Growing Up Geeky. What did you grow up on, man? What did you geek out on as a kid?
Well, my first love was pro wrestling. 100% was WWE. That was my bread and butter. Till this day, I will watch it. I have plans of going to WrestleMania this year.
Nice.
I will watch Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns for the title. I will be there. But I grew up a huge wrestling fan, and then it transitioned slowly into comics. And then I got super into comics, and then I joined the military, and a lot of that went away. And then in the military, I found other nerd friends, and I learned that it was okay to nerd out.
Mm-hmm.
So off to the side right here, I have a giant shelf of pops, all my comics. I'm a toy collector, Marvel Legends, Marvel Selects. Those are my go-tos. Anything MCU, DC, wrestling, man, even music, honestly, too. Yeah, I'm into all that. But my first love was pro wrestling, and it's still one of my loves till this day.
Yeah, and I mean that's something that that I learned. That's also something that Eugene in the chat, Geek Saga, he learned. It's just the military has so many nerds, and we're all closet nerds until we all realize we're all nerds, and then we all come out to each other.
Yeah, exactly. Like so this Scott Pilgrim book, right? This is actually I have the entire series, its original first run series, and it was gifted to me. All 6 books, because one of my favorite movie of all time is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. That is my favorite.
Love that movie.
Absolutely. It's not the best movie ever. It's just my favorite.
No, I just rewatched that movie like twice in this last week because
when I'm depressed, when I'm happy, when I'm anything, it's Scott Pilgrim. I just want to see Ramona. Hey. I love Scott Pilgrim.
Response. She goes, "Oh, I love to hear it when it's done. When it's done."
Or bread makes you fat.
My favorite line in the entire movie, just because his reaction's like, "Well, you can't eat bread all the time; it makes you fat."
I think
makes you fat.
Bread makes you fat.
Bread.
One of the greatest scenes in cinematic history is Scott here. You know what? He just left. That's one of my favorite, one of the best scenes ever. But so I was a huge Scott Pilgrim fan, and my friend knew that, and he basically took me under his wing and gifted him to me for deployment. So I got to read all the books for deployment. Bought a lot of comics. I was in North Carolina, so I even took leave one time and dropped like $2,000 at a comic convention. Got to meet David Tennant because I'm also a huge Doctor Who fan. I have a Doctor Who tattoo. I love
Where were you at Cherry Point, or were you at
I was at New River, so about an hour away from Cherry Point. Yeah, okay. I was an aircraft guy.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it started there, and then I grew up with the MCU coming into fruition. So it was another thing of the MCU coming out as a kid, growing up watching it. Me and my dad bonded over it a lot. So I started getting obsessed with comics, and I want to know who's this character is. Who's Thanos? What does he do? Mad Titan? What is that? So I would just dive into it. And then to let you know how big of a MCU fan I am, when Spider-Man, the most recent Spider-Man came out, I cried. Wow. It's your childhood on a screen, and it's amazing. But I was a closeted nerd for about 4 years, and then I came out of the closet very proud, waved my flag,
Right. No, and I mean, for real, I mean, again, it's a very common thing. My nerdy come out moment, and not to appropriate for the LGBT community, but I mean, my nerdy come out moment was League of Legends. You know, like you especially in the special operations community, dude. Like so many guys play League.
It is so ridiculous how many gamers there are in the military. I myself am not a huge gamer, but like I used to work like 18 hours, 12-hour days. So these like I didn't start going to the gym until my last year in the military. So we would just go home and play video games. I just go home and play Madden all night. Because what else are you gonna do? You know,
that's a common thing that like a lot of guys would just go home and go play video games. Like
order some pizza, play games. That's pretty much it. That's the military in a nutshell.
Games? Exactly. I was like, that's the core of being in the military. That's all you do.
Yeah, it's either that or you get drunk with your boys and play video games and eat pizza. I mean, what else is there?
Play beer pong.
I was underage at that time, so I will neither confirm nor deny that. But yes,
play beer pong.
He watched beer pong. He watched.
Yes, thank you.
He was a referee.
Yeah, just calling it down the middle. I was trying to be fair.
Hey, if you're not under the age now, it's whatever. What are they going to say? Right. What are they going to say now? I'm disappointed in you. Well, yeah, I hear that a lot.
You sound like my dad.
So let me ask you this, man. What's something that people are nerding out on right now that you just don't get the point of, man? And when I say that, I don't mean like, you know, like just like an actual like nerd thing, like, you know, like Star Wars or something like that, but more like I'll give you an example. My regular co-host James, he doesn't understand the point of TikTok, right? Or a lot of people will say crypto, right? You know, things like that. So like what's something that you just people are just kind of like hardcore nerding out on that you just like, what's the point in this?
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Why would you pay for porn? It's free.
It's true. Funny enough, we have a joke at the end of the show where I always say we have an OnlyFans. It's just pictures of my boy's feet in mandals. That's all it is.
Sounds like a Saturday night to me.
Well, I mean, the internet is for
porn.
I mean, it's basically just a porn warehouse. No, like seriously though, like I think that's like a really weird thing to nerd out about. Like these guys who like drop all this money and they're like, yeah, if I can just get a chance to talk to this girl, and I'm like, yeah, just to go talk to girls, bro. You don't gotta pay for this. I think that's a weird thing people are nerding out on.
I feel like it's a progression for people that would always go to the strip club and have their favorite stripper, and now it's on the internet,
dude. And let me get on that too. I hate strip clubs. I don't get the point of that. Why would you pay for blue balls? I don't know. I don't get it. There's no point to it.
Get married.
You know what? No,
your first one in the military doesn't count, by the way.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, man. I 100% agree that there's no point in going to strip clubs.
If I just want to like get hard and cry, I'll just do that at home. That sounds like Friday, you know? Like I'll just, you know.
Oh, my boy Eric Ruiz in the chat saying Lucharillas are going to be at WrestleMania. That's going to be dope. I used to the military to buy more toys and comics. I think he's saying join the military.
Pretty much what I did
to buy more toys and comics. James is saying only Beefy.
That depends on what website you're on.
Well, for James, it's all The Rock all the time.
Oh yeah, that's all he cares about is The Rock.
Just The Rock.
Just The Rock.
Yeah, okay.
So to give you some context, right? We've been doing so. Like the other thing we do on the show is we do like brackets and stuff, right? For like you know, right now we're doing the most likable person, right? And The Rock got eliminated in the first round. He lost to Bob Ross.
To Bob Ross, though. I mean,
as he should.
Yeah, he lost to Bob Ross. And
Arnold Schwarzenegger on that list.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's not on that list.
He should be. He should be.
But so yeah, OnlyFans. I can see where you're going with that. Thomas said it sounds like he came in at the wrong time.
Or the right time.
Or the right time.
Like you came in general.
Yeah. Tyler said, speak of James, and he appears.
You say his name 3 times and he appears.
Exactly. No point. Let's go to the strip club and prove it. If I want to get hard and cry, I'll just look up my old high school yearbook. Oh, that's so bad. The Rock needs an OnlyFans. I don't think. You know what? You know what's funny? He says that. If The Rock had an OnlyFans, I think that would break the internet. That would be
like that would basically be for guys like me who are like, look at his fucking thighs. He's so muscular.
No,
oh my, like we'd be like, oh, there's a dick, but look at his thighs.
You know how many women would finally like get OnlyFans and like get an OnlyFans account?
You said a woman?
Yes, a woman.
What is that?
What is this woman you speak of?
Yeah,
you know, that would be one of the jokes on the next Fluffy special. He'd be like, "Oh my God, look at his thighs!" that's how that would work.
Fluffy.
I guess Mexicans have similar senses of humor.
Just like, yeah, no, Mexicans, same sense of humor. We all laugh at the same things. All right, man. So what got you into doing like the types of videos that you do, man? And I mean, like you do a lot of like comedy stuff, you do a lot of like military humor, but then also there's a lot of like fitness stuff that's in there. You know, just kind of, I mean, you know, the dumb question is what made you want to be an influencer? Like, I mean, that's obvious, but I mean, like more so like what kind of stuff kind of like what were your first videos about? What made you kind of just like, oh, you know what, that would be a funny video?
Well, first off, if I influence you, I'm sorry. I should not be influencing you.
It shouldn't be influencing buddy.
I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be your role model. There's so many more. Go look at Bob Ross. He's cool. But like, so actually, genuinely, the thing that did it was I got out of the military to go to film school.
Okay.
And while I was in film school, I realized that I was not talented at all. In film school, I'm good at writing, but I'm terrible behind the camera. Like I'm dog shit. And while I was in the military, all the people that I went to film school with were making movies, so they were obviously ahead of me. So I was kind of a little fish in a big pond type thing, right? And then I met my friend Damien, who's a major influencer, and he basically told me like, "Dude, you're funny. You can talk. Why don't you do this?" And I was like, "Huh, you're right." So I did one video and it got like 6,000 views. And I just kept going and going and going, and then eventually I stumbled upon a JRTC character, and I took the JRTC stereotype and I turned it up to 11, and millions of views later, here we are.
Yeah, no, and I've seen those videos, man, and that character's ridiculous.
That first Sergeant Smuckatelli reporting for duty.
Oh my God, man. And you just remind me hardcore of Private Snuffy. That's all you ever remind me of whenever I see that.
Yeah, I think I like as a kid too. I liked always performing and doing things, and I was in theater and in high school and stuff. And I don't know, I like playing characters. I like being out there. I'm pretty out there in general. Like, I mean, you've met me at Comic-Con. I was wearing a crop top just because it was funny.
Right.
Like that's just who I am, and I generally just like posting things that I like posting. Honestly, I know. Put it this way, this is gonna sound really cocky. I could be bigger than I am. I just have no hurry because I'm doing it on my way, and that's the way I enjoy doing it.
You're having fun doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, dude, when I saw the video that you posted, because I didn't know what to expect. You did like a pretty straightforward interview with me, and when you posted that video, I was like, oh my God, this is ridiculously funny. And
thank you.
Yeah, and like it's the same thing. Like when you did the one that made me laugh the most was when you did the reaction when you asked me what superhero did I think that you could beat up, and I go Superman, and you and your reaction is you have this look on your face, and the caption under it is what was it, shocked in shocked in Spanish.
Yeah, shocked in Spanish. That's one of my go-tos.
I was like, that's pretty fucking funny, man.
Yeah, it's a I don't know. Actually, it's funny that we met during like an interview video, because I used to have actual terribly bad social anxiety, and I forced myself to talk to people, that's like, it's funny because that's led me to a lot of opportunities that I have, is being able to talk to people now. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I think a part of it is like growing up ugly. Like I had to develop a personality.
So you're just an ugly duckling, is what it is. You just like, you know.
I grew up an ugly fat kid, and I'm always gonna be that. So I'm always just trying to improve myself and encourage people to do the same. And it's kind of hard through my videos because I'm just a stupid character. But I genuinely try to make people be like, hey, look at how ridiculous I look doing this. Go ahead, you could do it too. Like, it's not that hard.
Right. And I mean, again, I can kind of relate on that. I was a bigger dude before I joined the army. Again, Forrest has mentioned that he's on his journey to lose weight. I mean, dude, he's made strides. I mean, he can show you before and after pictures, man. And the man has made drastic differences in his life.
I will say, based off your fitness journey, the hardest part of your fitness journey every single day is walking into the gym. You can drive there, you can sit in your car, you can chill out, and you can not go in. You can go home. But the fact that you take those steps and walk into the gym, that is the bravest thing you can do at the gym. 100%.
You hear that, Forrest?
Yeah, I'm gonna call bullshit on that one.
Hot take. All right. I need the rebuttal. Let's go. I need the rebuttal.
The hardest part of the entire journey is not giving in to the cravings.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I give into my cravings all the time, and I have abs.
It's awful. It's like it's so.
Here's the thing, right? Like, I have a nutritionist. She monitors my nutrition and stuff. The one thing I've learned from her, it's about consistency, not perfection. I have days where I just munch because I'm just so hungry and I want chocolate and I eat it and I feel terrible the next day. But guess what? Tomorrow I have another chance. I have another chance to make it good. I have another chance to make it right. Yes. Do I feel bad? Yeah. But I got it out of the way. Today's a new day. Let's keep going. And it's all about that. It's just, you're going to fuck up. Like, straight up, you're gonna fuck up. But how well can you recover is the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's like in boxing, you're gonna get knocked out and you're gonna take your 8 count, you're gonna get back up and you keep swinging. That's it.
Yeah. And I mean, I was gonna say, going off of that, my trainer used to tell me all the time, like, you're gonna get knocked out 1,000 times before you actually want to fight, man. It's about getting back up every time.
That's really it. Like, I compare life a lot to the gym because the gym is, I think, a good thing to relate stuff to. It's all about reps. Yeah, you're gonna have your shitty reps where you're bicep curling and you're going like this and it's all body, it's not bicep. But you put it down, you take 10 seconds and you get in a good one. It just takes time. We all stumble, and then we're just humans, man. That's just it. Like, straight up, we all stumble. Like, I want in and out right now. I just can't. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, maybe the next day. But I'll get another day. I think that's the biggest thing. It's just realizing that consistency is over perfection. Another thing is don't let the scale intimidate you, bro. Like, people when they go on the scale, they see numbers and they get all these thoughts in their head. They're like, I'm too heavy. I'm too this. I'm too that. Fuck the scale, bro. How do you feel? Did you get up and you did it? Congratulations. You did something that you pushed yourself to do. That's the most important thing. Follow me for more relationship advice.
No, and I mean, that's actually good advice, man. I mean, it's again, it's always about consistency. It's always about finding your way back up to the top and just not giving up on yourself.
That's the biggest thing, man. Like, you got a day. One of my favorite sayings is today is the first day of the rest of your life, and that's really it. Like if you fuck up today, that sucks. I've been there. Just do it better tomorrow, and you don't even have to do it completely different. Just do a little different. That's it. And then a little different, and a little different, a little different. Eventually, you're going to see big changes.
Oh, if you had any idea how many rabbit holes I've been down in the last 2 years.
Oh, dude, I'm
not even kidding. Like, okay, so I started at 303. That's where I started. I was at 303. I cut soda out completely. And then from there it got down to like 283, and I held that for a long time because I was still eating like crap, and like soda was the only thing I cut out. This was before the 2-year thing even started. So I was drinking water and still eating like crap at every possible terrible interval, still at night, about 1,000 carbs a day. Not really. And then the doctor's visit came. It's always the damn doctor's visit. Your A1C is 7.1. You're type 2 diabetic and it's hopeless and you're not going to make it. And make out your will now. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no cure and all that other bullshit. And I totally lost hope. I started doing everything. I started cutting meals. I started, like doing Basement Beast here. I was doing like all kinds of shit. And it was I wasn't getting anywhere. I got down to like 275 and held it there. And I'm like, bro, this is sucking so bad. I don't know what to do. And then I went down this YouTube rabbit hole, and that was the beginning of coronavirus. And now everybody's on lockdown. And I'm sitting there because they had just come out with the vaccine. So I'm on YouTube and I'm looking for everything that I can find out on the vaccine. Is it safe? Is it dangerous? Is it this? Is it that? And I find this video from a doctor named Jason Fung. And Jason Fung is like a world renowned doctor of fasting. He's a surgeon, and he's a doctor who specializes in intermittent fasting. And he went into this 1.5 hour long TED talk on autophagy, which is the body's ability to self-heal after X amount of hours of fasting. And I went into this, dude, I must have paid attention to this thing for like 2 straight weeks. So I decided to try it. And in 6 months, just from fasting, or we're not working out, we're not changing what we eat, it's just fasting alone, I went from 275 to 237 just fasting alone. And then my body adjusted. So I fell off the wagon and I got back up to like 265. And I'm like, oh, damn, this sucks. And my A1C got back up. Like I beat diabetes twice. I got that from 7.1 down to 5.4. So I self-cured. It was awesome. It was freaking awesome. And then I just struggled with it. Like it was just up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, the last time it was, what was it, Phil? 3 months ago. 3 months ago, I started hitting it hardcore. I mean, hardcore. Yeah. I mean, I joined Planet Fitness. I cut the carbs pretty low. Dude, I had, like, if you go back to the YouTube videos I started making for Kyber Cave 3 months ago, I still had the roly-poly face and everything. I had no definition in my arms. Dude, I had a freaking bat wing. This is like the first time in 23 years I had any sort of muscle whatsoever. Like that's major to me. So, and I got it back down again. Now I'm back down to 241 after like fasting 16 hours. And I'm just holding it there. And I'm fluctuating between like 243 and 241. And bro, this has not moved in 2 months. Now, am I trimming up? Yes. Do I have less face? Yes. Do I have more form? Yes. But that damn scale's not moving. Like I've like made this goal. Like I'm like, dude, by the time I get to California in April, I want to be like, at this point, I want to be just another 20 pounds down. My goal was to be down at 200 flat. And now it's like, God, if I could just lose 20 pounds, but it's like every week that goes by, there's just no movement. There's no movement. I feel stronger. I feel better. Yes. But I'm in this mental place right now where when I leave the gym, even though I give it everything I got, it feels like I haven't given enough. Like I'll leave the gym and I'm like, dude,
here's the shitty thing, bro. You always feel like that. You're never not going to feel like that. Here and that's coming from me, someone who's a little further along. By the way, congratulations on your fitness journey. You're making a choice right now because you love yourself enough to make a choice because you deserve it. You deserve to be here healthy. So congratulations.
Thanks.
But usually when the body is rejecting something or staying still, it's time for an adjustment. One thing that most people need adjustments on is carbs. People think carbs are dangerous. They're not. They're actually really healthy for you. You just need certain types, right? I would recommend looking into a TDEE calculator, a total daily expenditure something calculator. You can get your macros. Start counting stuff. I weigh all my food. I weigh all that. But it's another system to use to help you get further along because things only work for so long.
Yeah.
Right? However, there's a quote in Hamilton that I love to use all the time. You'll never be satisfied. And you never, ever will be. But one thing you cannot do is give up.
Right.
That's the only thing.
I've
Like,
come so
genuinely.
far. I've come so
Dude.
far. Why the hell would I give up?
You have no fucking choice. Honestly, you have no choice. What choice do you have? Do you want to say you gave up or do you want to say, fuck you, watch me?
And that's what you want to do, is to say, fuck you, watch me.
And what have I been
Exactly.
saying for 3 months, Phil?
Fuck you, watch me.
Yeah.
Exactly. Dude, trust me, dude, you're in the right place, bro. Trust me. Every gym bro hates themselves. We hate ourselves. We are the hardest critics of ourselves. When I look in the mirror, I have abs and I still think I'm a fat little kid. Genuinely. That's just how it's how we are. But that is what
you never lose that image. You got to remember that.
No, but you also got to realize that's what makes you keep going.
Yeah.
You want to prove to that kid that you did it. And you can do it. And you want to prove to others who are watching you on this journey, look what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I was gonna say, Forrest, you hear me say it all the time. Like, we'll be in chats and I'll complain about, like, I know where I've been and that's why I'm upset with where I'm at. And it's like, regardless of how I look and regardless of where I go, like, it's like I know what I used to look like, especially when I was in the Army, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that's always in my mind, like that's the goal I want to get to, right? But it's just like, every second that I'm not there, I have a complex. The military specifically gives you a fucking complex.
not only that, but you also got to realize every day you get older and your body's going to change.
Oh yeah.
Right. So like if people are trying to get in shape when they're 50, they think that they can look like they did when they were 16, when it's not a reality. That's just not how, unless you add special PEDs and, supplements and stuff like that. But the average person doesn't need that. It's just take away the image you have of yourself in your mind and just know that every day you're doing better.
Right.
The moment, as long as you're getting up and doing it, you're doing more than past you did. So be proud of yourself, man. Be proud of yourself, man. That's it. When it like here's something I haven't talked about this publicly, but I guess I'll say it on here. Every time I go to the gym now, I take a picture. I hate taking pictures of myself. I hate the way I look. I use the term, my body's pretty, but my face isn't. Right. I hate it, but I do it. Why do I do it? Because I'm not going to let myself fucking get there because I'm better than that. I need to show people they can do it, and I need to prove to myself that I can do it. And that's it. The only person you're going against, man, is yourself from yesterday. That's it. That's it.
These guys have said it 1,000 times. When I get off that plane in April and they see me for the first time, they ain't going to give a shit what I look like. They ain't going to give a shit how many reps I did, how many days I fasted, how much water I drank, what I've done. All they care about is that I get there.
Yeah, that's it, man.
100%.
That's it. Like at the end of the day, no one's going to be more proud of you than you. You just got to start being proud of you. That's it, man. That's it. Because like you said, no one cares how much you bench. No one, but you do.
Oh yeah. And that's every time I go to the gym. Like I think about like, oh, when I was in my 20s, I was pushing 310 I was repping it like it was nothing. Now I'm like over here pushing, like barely getting up to 210 and I'm upset. And I'm like, I know I could do this. I used to do this instead, but I'm older. Like everything's changed. Like my hormones have changed. Everything has changed.
Yeah, it's just there's so many things that go into it. That's why I say like scales and stuff. They're toxic, bro. They are toxic. They especially society, right? Like we were in the military, so military has special weight standards and stuff that are super unrealistic. Yep. If you keep to those weight standards, you're gonna lose your mind. You're genuinely gonna lose your mind. Just know that you did better than yesterday. That's it. That's all you can do. And if you fuck up a day, who cares? You have tomorrow. It's that simple. It sounds so simple that it's stupid and it's true, you know?
Yeah.
Like
I think
that's
the
it,
other
man.
trap I fall into, and I don't want to keep us on health and fitness forever, but the other trap that I fall into is that I don't know why, but my brain cannot give up the belief that there is a set. There's a particular, like, it's like there's math to it. Like if you do X amount of sets of and X amount of reps, you're gonna see X results within 30, 60, 90, 6 months, a year. Like, and you give yourself this frame of time. Like, you know, if this person can lose this much weight in 90 days, so can you. And you get in there and you're banging it out, and you're following the program. You're eating X amount of carbs, X amount of this, X amount of that, and you're like you're doing what you're supposed to do. And you get to day like 60, and you're looking around, and you see the change in people. Like, you know, this guy didn't have abs yesterday, he does today. And, you know, this person, they lost 30 pounds when they were only supposed to lose, you know, 15. And you're looking at yourself like, damn, I've made no progress. I made no progress at all. And it freaking sucks.
Everybody's
here's
different.
here's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, true. That's exactly that's what I'm leading into. Like,
Yeah.
So the way you think about that is the way that I think about content, right? So for content, there's a lot of hot girls on the internet that have zero talent who are way ahead of me.
Yep.
But guess what? I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna release the content, and I'm gonna make sure I'm good, because I don't care what they do. It's me. You know what I mean?
You versus you.
Exactly. That's it, bro. That's genuinely it. Like, especially in the gym. Like when I go into the gym, I genuinely don't like training with people that are smaller than me. I want to train with people that are bigger than me, because I want to look at that guy and be like, damn, he's working hard, but I can work harder. And and that's it. You know, like that's genuinely it. Like this guy might have an 8-pack. That's cool. I'll get there. I'm just gonna take a different route, but I'll get there.
Yeah.
Right. 100%.
Again, follow me for more relationship advice.
So we've been on a pretty serious kick right here, right? We got to get out of this the seriousness, man. Because
Sorry.
no, it's fine. It's good, because it's a good conversation, right? And that's kind of what we're here for, right? But let's kind of pivot a little bit, right? Because I know you've only got a limited amount of time, right, Julian?
Yeah. It's content does not stop. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So no, it's fine, man. So
I gotta go put on a crop top and a wig in a little bit.
I've got all the fun questions that I'll throw in here, just because we end up going into the tangents here. But I've got some fun questions I'll ask, right? And this is all from Poddex. So I mean, you know, this is some of the fun stuff that you can do with Poddex. What would be the worst movie sequel ever made?
Any more purges?
Any more purges?
Stop making purge movies.
What?
Okay, listen, hear me out. The Purge series is the most disappointing franchise of all time, because when they came out, the idea was so unique. Oh my God, crime is legal for 24 hours. And then we're in the position of the family. I don't want to be in position of the family. I want to be one of the guys doing the Purge. The only movie I've ever walked out on was Purge election year. I walked out on that movie. That was ridiculous. And stop Fast and Furious. Those two need to stop.
I agree with Fast and Furious. I will never agree with your discontinuing of horror movies.
Okay.
No. Oh no. I am a horror. I am a horror, but not the Purge.
Just to give you a little bit of context, Graveyard has a horror podcast, and that's all he does is watch bad horror movies.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I like bad horror movies, but not terrible horror movies. Does that make sense?
Oh, I love cheesy, campy horror movies to no end.
Oh, you know what? I gotta respect you, man, because that takes balls to watch. Because I can't sit the Purge.
Well, it's what my co-host and I always say is you have to know where the bar is at 0 to get above it. Everything can't be gold. You have to appreciate the better stuff by watching the shittier stuff.
How do you appreciate The Conjuring? Because you watch Rubber.
Right. Yes.
Oh God. And then what is it like? We don't get to and I mean, not that this movie's bad, but I mean, like, we don't get to James Gunn being the megastar that he is without Slither.
Yes.
Very, very true. By the way, side note, you guys, people need to stop giving James Gunn hate, man. I don't know why this man is getting so much hate. Look what he has done. His track record is flawless. Screw you guys that are giving him hate. He's taken irrelevant characters and made them into people we love, and he's getting so much hate for this.
The people who are giving him hate are more so because it's not what they want. I mean, and that's
DC sucks anyways. Come on, man.
Always the kids who it's the same kids who are like, not my Star Wars. Like, you know, it doesn't matter. Star Wars was not made for you, dude. Star Wars was made for everybody. It's not made.
I'm a James Gunn dick writer, so I'll go down with him to the grave.
I mean, James Gunn. I've yet to see James Gunn do something that wasn't good.
Exactly. Give the guy some faith, man. Look at he made us fall in love with the weasel. Come on.
Yeah, 100%.
Or werewolf, you know,
or dog.
or dog.
Like, well, I don't know how he did it with Cosmo. It was great, man. The little thing I got to build right here. This is the cartridge holder.
Nice.
Where's the camera? Right there. All right, cartridge holder for the games.
All right, you want me to send you some actual cartridges?
He's gonna bust out the real cartridges.
I'll send you ET. I have ET, a couple of them.
Oh God. Geek Saga in the chat said, yes, no more Vin, please. He's with you on no more Vin Diesel movies. So if you were on a 10-hour flight, who would you most like to sit next to and why? Now, this can be anybody, dead, alive, anybody, man.
If they're dead, are they still dead when he sits next to them?
Absolutely.
Sounds like I'm gonna have a good nap.
Yeah, and I know exactly. I kind of already know who your 10-hour flight sitter next to is going to be, but I'm going to let you answer it.
Man, that is such a difficult question, man. There's so many people I want to do that to. I have a top 3. Can I give you a top 3?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a top 3.
Okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That was the one I was thinking of.
Shawn Michaels.
Woo!
Heartbreak.
And probably, honestly, Edgar Wright.
Ooh, that's a different one.
I feel like Edgar Wright would be amazing to talk to because he's made some of my favorite films of all time. That's
awesome, man.
Well, what about the opposite? Who would you not want to sit next to?
Any of the Kardashians.
Yes.
Any of the Kardashians. Geez, who else? There's a lot of people I wouldn't want to sit next to. My ex.
Like my one ex, he goes, when I say my ex, I mean my exes, all of them.
Yeah, plural. Honestly, this is gonna break my heart to say, but I just found out how much of a cancer he is, and I hate it because I looked up to him a lot. CM Punk,
dude, CM Punk is such cancer.
Back in the day, I would have added him to my top 3, but now after all the stuff that's come out with like AEW and stuff, it breaks my heart.
Who was it that just recently came out? No, it was Seth Rollins said, like,
I'm up to date on my pro wrestling, bro. Don't test me.
Yeah. He said that right after the Rumble, right?
Yep, he said it before the Rumble. Ariel Helwani interviewed him. He said it before the Rumble.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I kind of understand. Like, it's everywhere he goes, it seems like he's just toxic.
What sucks is that we bought into the story that WWE treated him like shit because of who he was.
Right.
And now we just realize that we bought into a manipulator. And that's what sucks. His wife's hot, though.
Oh, my God, dude. AJ Lee, still one of my top 5s.
I'll sit next to her on the plane.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Do one more question before I do some wrap-ups here. What are you currently nerding out on, man? What are things that you're that just kind of pique your fancy?
Current is the state of pro wrestling because I think it's insane, especially with Vince McMahon and all the drama going on with that.
Oh my God, dude, Vince is coming back. I don't want Vince back at all.
I don't want Vince anywhere near anything that Hunter's doing. Hunter is a genius. Let him cook. Yes. Look what he did with NXT. Look what he did with Raw and SmackDown for the last couple of weeks. Rhea Ripley won the Royal Rumble. Jesus, can we not give it up for this dude? Like, he's making China 2.0 even more badass, right?
And China, if she was like, actually hot. Like everybody talks about like like China's got hotness to her. I'm like,
Now, I'd like to get crushed by
hot.
Riverly's thighs.
Yeah,
for sure.
He's like legitimately hot.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous of Dominic, to be completely honest with you.
Do you think that's a story, or do you think they're actually dating? I'm pretty sure it's just a story.
Oh no, that's a story, but he just gets to be close to her.
Yeah,
like I would pay for her to spit on me.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But and then second is Last of Us. Just started watching it. Really, really good.
Nice.
Didn't play the game. Not a big gamer, but oh my Jeebus, Last of Us is really good. Really good.
I haven't started watching it.
Take your headphones off, Forrest. Take your headphones off.
I've been meaning to sit down and watch it, so I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it is. Man, it is really good. Really good.
Yeah.
Nice. So here you got some fun ones for you, man. These ones are going to be similar to the kind of questions that you asked me on your stuff here. All right.
Ooh.
So what is
doggy? Oh, sorry.
Oh, I mean, you guessed it right away. Just doggy tacos.
Oh, I thought you meant favorite position. My bad. Continue.
I know where you were going. What kind of taco?
El pastor.
All right, so are you like every Latino that's out there and is like that's your litmus test anywhere you go, right?
Oh yeah. Like I come from the hood, so we got good food in the hood. So like I measure all my
worse the neighborhood, the better the food.
Exactly. If you see someone jogging in your neighborhood, they don't have good food. They don't have good food. It's too safe.
I'm from the Mission in San Francisco, right? So I remember when I came home on leave, I went down to the Mission to go get some food, and I just started noticing there's a lot of yuppie white people walking around. And the first thing that came to mind was there are a lot of comfortable white people walking around here right now. Like, this is
if you feel safe walking around where you don't have to lock your doors, I don't want the food.
Yeah, but that's the thing is that it wasn't before I left. So it was like famously the Mission got gentrified. So I mean that's the whole thing is like I left and it was norteño sureño, like everybody's beating the shit out of each other and everybody's getting shot every other day. I leave for the military, come back, and like I said, a lot of comfortable white people walking around. They bought all the buildings and
I'm glad that hasn't happened to Pomona yet. I'm glad Pomona's still #keep Pomona ghetto.
So yeah, that's where I grew up. So the taco question. So what's some advice you might have for anybody just trying to get in on the industry?
In like content creating and stuff?
Yeah.
There's one rule of the internet. No matter what happens, upload. You never know. Well, my first viral video was a video of me hip thrusting a dude, saying that it was the Navy. And it was just a stupid joke between me and my friends, and it went viral.
That is the most military joke that's out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
like
especially you, Marine, man, Love Thursday's a thing.
I have some experience with that. No, like honestly, it's just do it, man. Like, what have you got to lose? You're starting off with zero anyways, right?
Right.
What do you got to lose? Live your dream, man. Don't let everyone tell you that you can't be done. They're just sad because they couldn't do it.
Right. And that's good advice, man. It's actually really good advice. Let me see. I'm forgetting his name right now.
I like long walks on the beach.
Yeah, that was
Ryan Gosling.
No, Ryan Gosling wouldn't be the person that I'm thinking of right now.
That's my future ex-husband.
You posted a picture of him. I'm trying to remember his name right now, and I'm feeling like an idiot right now. Bodybuilder, big dude. Like
Ronnie Coleman.
All right. Ronnie Coleman and Arnold Schwarzenegger getting a fight. Who wins?
Ronnie Coleman. He was a cop.
Oh shit, you're right.
Oh, for sure. Ronnie Coleman. I think Arnold Schwarzenegger is the coolest dude to ever live, but Ronnie Coleman is a monster. He doesn't have legs anymore, so that sucks, but he could still do something.
Ronnie Coleman was massive, man. Like, just looking at that, you want to talk about dudes who have no neck.
I don't even think he knows what a neck is.
That guy's head just melded into his body.
And I will say, for kids out there who are watching pro wrestling, the reason I think I subconsciously always wanted to get into shape was because of pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Because like dudes like Batista and Cena and man, there's Chris Masters. You know, like these guys are just huge. Triple H in his heyday, huge. You know,
You know who I always used to look at all the time, as far as like like fitness built dude.
Viscera.
Viscera was my guy, man. 100%, man. I always want to look like Viscera.
I mean, realistic body standards.
I'm on my way to it. No, Bam Bam Bigelow. No, no, Randy Orton, man.
Dude, Randy Orton is like, I don't know, just something about him makes you hate him, but you're just like, I wish I was you. Like, you're like, I wish I was you. You know.
What's funny is that just means he plays a good character because the whole
and he's so good at it. He's been wrestling since he was like 19 on professionally on TV, I think.
And you know he was AWOL in the Marines, right?
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. When I first found that out, I was like, so I could do that too.
The only reason he made it as a wrestler was because his dad is Cowboy Bob Orton, man.
Yeah, it's insane. But like that's why I admire people like Bryan Danielson and guys like that who made it without any connections.
Right.
And now they're the top of their game. Look at Moxie. Moxie's kicking ass.
Yeah,
literally.
Oh, when I say the only reason he made it, not I mean he's a good wrestler. When I say that is because
he had something to fall back on. Had
he not been Randy or Cowboy Bob Orton's son, the WWE would have never looked at an AWOL dude trying to get into.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
You know, the only reason that they looked at him was because, it's Cowboy Bob Orton is saying, "Hey, give my son a chance."
If you hate Randy Orton, the only thing I can say is go watch ECW One Night Stand from 2001, and those guys hate him just as much as you do.
Dude, go and watch anything he did in OVW, dude. He was a beast.
Oh my god, dude! My favorite character of his was the Legend Killer, obviously.
Oh yeah,
I just remember him punting Ric Flair in the head, punting Mick Foley, which by the way, I've met him. He's an amazingly nice human being.
Mick Foley is the coolest guy in existence.
He is so cool. He took an hour out of his time out of nowhere to just speak to me, which was awesome. So that's cool.
At LA Comic-Con, that's what Rob Paulson was with me. You know, like Rob Paulson took his time out to talk to me, and then we did an interview. We were supposed to do like he went and did the interview with us on his own lunch break. So he took his.
Don't you just love people like that?
Yeah, he's like the most amazing person like in existence.
Well, right behind Arnold, but yes.
Yeah. So then the next question is going to be what's next for you, man? Like what aside from you're about to go and record a bunch of videos tonight, but I mean like what's next for you in general?
Man, I think it's just I recently just got out of a really bad creative rut, like 2-3 months rut. And like I know how you were saying that, you know, you've had like a rough couple years. The same for me, man. It's been rough. Like it's just been, especially the last couple months have been really, really rough. But the only thing I just keep saying is like, this is gonna sound really stupid, but I have kids on the internet that depend on me. Like I have kids who are desperately waiting for a smile to make themselves feel better, and that's why I do it. Like,
just keep.
I want to be the person that the content creators for me were when I would have a shitty day and I watched it and I was like, I'm forgetting everything that's going on and I'm focusing on this and I'm happy. The next goal is to spread that as much as possible. Like if you look at my Instagram, the tagline is spreading happiness. Yeah, that's what's next. I just want to spread as much of it as I can.
I'm so far away from the soundboard, but I mean, right now I'd be giving you an applause. So, no, I mean that's great, man. And then I mean, again, that's kind of what gravitated me towards you. Like, you know, after seeing the video that you did, I was like, oh my god, I need to interview this guy. Like, he's just super upbeat, super positive. His jokes are ridiculously funny. You know, like, and just kind of everything you did was just like, these are the kind of people that I want to interview, you know?
I genuinely really appreciate that, dude. Thank you. Like it means a lot to like, just hear it. It's awesome. Thank you.
Oh, good. And I'm happy that that's something that can, you know, make you feel good. You know what I mean? That's what I want to do.
It feels like I'm about to come. I'm gonna come on the screen. I'm gonna come at home. I'm gonna come at the...
Oh yeah. Just, that just makes me feel that much better. Oh yeah. Anyways, where can people find you, man? Where's all your social medias, all your pluggables, man? Where can people find you?
Easy enough. Everything is just Bean and Beefy, all in one word. People always ask about my name, so I'll explain the origin story real quick. I am a beaner and I'm beefy. It's that simple.
You know, what's funny is I actually was gonna ask you that, but at the same time, I put 2 and 2 together. I was like, Bean, probably because he's Mexican, Beefy because he's built. So I mean, you know,
Arriba.
well, you know what's funny? A while back, I was texting somebody that I knew, and I texted out the word "orale," and they didn't know what that was. They were like, "What is that? What does that mean?"
Is that some kind of sauce?
I was like, "Orale." I was like, listen to any Mexican ever. Orale.
or orare. Can I order that on the side or something?
Orally? What's orally?
Why do you want oral? I'm not what?
Yes, you're speaking to me. Oh God. But anyways, man, thank you for coming on, bro. We appreciate your time. We appreciate you coming and hanging out with us. Man, if you ever want to come back on the show and just hang out, just by all means, dude.
Dude, absolutely. I wish I had more time for you guys. I seriously do. Thank you so much for having me on. Amazing beard. Good luck on your fitness journey. You're gonna go like this, but trust me, you got this, dude. Honestly, you got this, bro. If you ever have any questions or anything, hit me up, dog. Straight up. I love helping people. I will send you as much knowledge as I know. So,
dude, I really appreciate it. Thank
you.
you.
Seriously, dude, you got this. Just don't give up, bro. That's it. Just don't give up.
There you go. Awesome, man.
Yeah, and end the purge 2023.
No.
All right, brother. You have a good night, man.
Dude, thank you guys so much. For everybody watching, don't forget you matter, you're loved, and if no one told you today, I love you. Have an amazing day.
Dude, this guy's awesome. Oh man. We got the beard for a second. It was great, right?
Deer in headlights, yes.
If you guys are noticing that there's probably no music going on, it's because I can't watch the chat and have the music playing at the same time because the iPad sucks.
Because it's an Apple product. I don't care what James says.
No, because it's a like 10-year-old Apple product that is it's Prime and doesn't work anymore. So we doing more Callisto Protocol tonight?
Yes, we are.
Man, so as some of you guys already know, I got a chance to play the first 3 chapters of Dead Space on Monday, man. God, it was good.
You know, you're saying that it kills you to wait a week to play the games. That's how I'm feeling with Callisto Protocol, man. I'm just like, I need it to be done. I want it to be done so I can move on to Dead Space.
And dude, Dead Space is so much fun. It's like, you know, it's like it's not as scary as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be way more frightening.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it is like a scary game. Don't get me wrong. It's not like, don't think that, you know, anybody who hasn't been watching it, that it's not going to scare the living shit out of you when you try and go play it. But it's one of those things where I think I'm like desensitized at this point.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah. I'm clearly not desensitized. All that stuff scares me all the time. I know what you're talking about.
He's like, I can't be desensitized to this stuff.
I was never sensitized.
You're not allowed.
I never had the sensitivities.
No, I really didn't. I'm that messed up. I know. I get it.
Stop judging me.
I'm not judging you.
Oh my God, Rick, I think I'm being judged.
All right. What that looks like? Does it say what panel it is? Is that the top part before?
It's so. What's funny is
look at it.
When I started this part of the build,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't tell me what part it is. It's just telling me that I'm building the 2600 itself.
I mean, yeah, that the orange and blue is not part of the console, so it has to be like an inside circle.
Oh yeah, this is probably like the bottom of the actual thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I still want to make it work as an Atari 2600. I really do.
Dude, if you could get a Raspberry Pi on this thing and make it work, that'd be like freaking amazing.
Oh, absolutely. That's easy.
I would and you said you've seen a video of somebody actually doing it, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Shit, I think I'm gonna lower the camera a little bit here.
I mean, I want you to experience Halo on the 2600.
Wait, hold on. There's a version of Halo on the 2600?
Yes.
But is it so? Is it like
it is 2600 Halo? Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's like
mm-hmm.
an Atari 2600 version of Halo.
Yeah.
That's freaking ridiculous.
That's a big square shooting a lot of little squares. That's a medium-sized squares.
I imagine that's what it looks like.
I have it. I absolutely have it. I actually recorded it a long time ago when I was doing a channel for YouTube that was going to be called The Good, The Bad, and The Noob.
The Good, The Bad, and The Noob. I already love that title, man. That is amazing.
So it was me and my last job, one of my coworkers, where we were taking a system and playing the best games on it, the worst games on it, and games that we've never played. So yeah, I mean, I pulled out the Atari 2600 for that, or for Halo, and I'm like, holy crap, this is awful. It is awful.
The Atari 2600.
Yes.
For Halo, dude. I don't know how to feel about that.
I mean, you have to play it, right? It's it's the same way like I am with horror movies, really shitty movies I tend to enjoy. I do torture myself with really bad video games too, on purpose.
Oh God. Okay, I didn't know you did this to yourself.
Yes.
You need to give me examples of really bad games.
Just check out the retro album that was released Monday. Lord of the Rings for Super Nintendo. Holy
my
crap.
God. I forgot about that game.
I want to forget about that.
And now you're reminded. You're welcome.
The only thing that's making it bearable is Aubrey playing it with me, and she's being my beer in the chair, because like to go through the cave system was like 40 different screens, and there's no map, there's no indicator where to go. I'm like, if I paid money for this as a child when this came out,
you would be upset.
I would have been mad. I'd have been very mad.
That's that's like the kids who were upset that they had to subject themselves to ET.
I mean, ET's great. What are you talking about?
Oh my God, that's so bad, man. It caused the crash of gaming. Like gaming almost didn't exist because of that stupid ass game.
Is actually because of that and Pac-Man on the Atari. Because everyone bought Pac-Man for the Atari 2600, but it was such a shit version that everyone gave up on video games as well because of it.
Goddamn Paku Paku.
Yeah, like I said, it's Lord of the Rings is awful. But I'm more than willing to subject myself to that torture.
Hilarious.
I should get into the point when you eventually fight a Balrog, so that I can get in there and go, you shall not pass.
Yeah, this is volume 1. There's no volume 2 for some reason. I couldn't understand why.
Anybody's guess.
I think I paid $1 for it.
Like, I don't know why they didn't come out with a sequel. Like this game was so good.
Yes, because we all remember when before Frodo was able to leave the Shire and before he's able to find Merry, Pippin, and Samwise, they had to go find glasses in a cave, right? That's clearly source material right there.
He just straight up goes, I need you to find my glasses.
Yeah, it's pretty much that. It's somewhere. Oh, cool. Thanks. And I have never once more agreed with the guy from, I think he's from Alias in Clerks 2, when he was describing, or when they were describing Lord of the Rings in Clerks 2, when it's just him, Jeff Anderson's character, walking. Here's the first one, just him walking. Second one, walking. Throw a trip and keep walking. That's what this game is. It is a walking simulator in Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
That is great. So, guys, if you want to see the Walking Simulator 3000, head over to Retro Alcove.
Yeah. It's astounding. Like Forrest and I were challenging ourselves with the first Mega Man X1. Well, not X. X wasn't challenging. X2 and X3 were challenging.
I was gonna say, Mega Man in general was a challenging game.
There are only 2 recorded videos where you hear me drop the F-bomb. One of them is X2. The other one is episode 9 of Last of Us.
Yeah.
And that was actually a pretty funny scenario.
But yeah, like I said, I Forrest, would you say I'm pretty decent at Mega Man X?
Hells yeah, dude. You're badass at it.
I got the Mega Man X Buster fingers, so
It totally does.
Because of my lack of PlayStation, I have not been able to play Last of Us.
That's all right. You could watch me and Mrs. Forrest go through it.
yeah,
It's lots of fun.
it is a great game. It really is. And the show, I can't spoil anything for Forrest. I know he's going to binge watch it in 2 months and 11 days. It's an amazing adaptation. Absolutely.
I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about the show in itself. So I mean, like and it's not that I don't want to watch it and then like I'm holding out or anything like that. I just haven't really had the time to watch it. And the more episodes come out, it's like, I gotta sit and binge this, and I just don't have the time between work and everything like that. And obviously tomorrow's my birthday, so like
Woohoo.
don't really have much time to do anything.
Yeah. I tend to not watch shows when they come out because I always feel I am cursed when a good show comes out and I immediately watch it gets canceled right away.
I mean, I did watch I did finally watch Willow, and I was really upset that I didn't watch that while it was like playing, because that show was really good.
I loved Willow. Like
Yeah.
it had its drawbacks, and it had those moments where you're like, I'd have done this different, but there is not much I would have done different.
Yeah, I thought it was really well done. It was really good. I really like the way that they did that show.
See, it has no nostalgia value for me because I've yet to see the movie.
The thing is even without watching the movie, it's still a good show.
Yeah, it's. I'll get to it eventually. I think. I don't know. Is that going to be your staff pick for us?
What's that?
Is that going to be your staff pick? What's your staff pick going to be when we do those? Amber said she's doing Dark City. What's your staff pick?
Ooh. That's a very good question. I think for the sake of probably everybody who knows it, because there really aren't many of us who don't, I would say Final Fantasy VII Advent Children.
Ooh, yeah. So
I don't know if I can say that I was like a big fan of that movie.
it was it was amazing when it came out. I was excited for it. I got the fork. They did the DVD right when it came out. I immediately got it.
It took Disney Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks. It took them 6 years
to catch
to
up.
catch up
Yeah.
to the technology and the animation style and the character development and everything that went into that movie. That movie was literally 6 years ahead of every studio on the planet.
Yeah.
It took them forever. They just couldn't do it, and they just kept making bombshell after bombshell after bombshell content after that. Like they didn't even have to do better, and they did. Like they literally just ported the same stuff from the same engines right into the PSP games and the Vita games and the games following that. Like everything after that, visually was just a freaking masterpiece. Every cutscene, every cinematic cutscene in a Final Fantasy game following Advent Children was literally artwork to look at. It was just freaking eye candy.
Too
Beautiful.
bad that movie bombed.
What, Advent Children?
Not as bad. Spirit is Final Fantasy.
Oh my god,
The Spirits Within.
Spirits Within, yeah.
In whose eyes did Advent Children bomb though? Seriously,
like financially, it was a financial bomb.
Well, financially, big freaking deal. I mean, because you're coming off because you're.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm literally.
The movie was made for a niche crowd.
I'm literally saying too bad. I'm not saying like I'm not. I sound sarcastic as shit because that's just my tone. But I mean, like really too bad that it bombed. You know, like it's one of those movies that probably should have done better than it did.
So context, I don't know, Phil, if you've seen our chats, is that we want to do, and I think we're including our sister channel here, Distance Nerding, is staff picks where we go online, we watch a movie. Obviously, we can't stream it, but our reactions live in chat and record it as we're doing a movie. As each one of us gets to pick something to share. What would your staff pick be?
My staff pick? God, I'd have to think about that, man. There's just so much that I could really choose from. I can tell you my like fallback movie if I couldn't like find something where it was like, oh, you know what, this is something I think everybody should check out. I mean, literally is Clerks, because I'm a fucking Kevin Smith stan.
Do you askew? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch Clerks 3?
Oh, did I watch Clerks 3? I watched Clerks 3 with Kevin Smith.
That's right, you did. I remember that you saying that. Yeah, that was I was not expecting the ending, to say the least.
I mean, not that I don't expect Kev to get emotional and pull at your heartstrings at some point, but he really got emotional and pulled at your heartstrings in that movie in a way that nobody expected.
And his commentary over the end credits too, what he was going to film too, would have been more tearjerker, I'd say.
Yeah. Because I mean, you don't expect it, you know. No. And again, I remember the interviews and him saying like, "This is going to be the send off, and this is how I'm gonna end Clerks," right?
Yep.
And it was exactly what he said it was going to be. It was exactly him ending Clerks, you know. But it was in a way that was so beautiful, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to watch the movie now.
Yeah. Yes, Destiny's probably not down there, James. It's Thursday. Thursday is my distance nerding and live gaming night.
I don't think James knows why Tuesday is so significant for Destiny.
No.
I don't think James cares why Tuesday is so significant.
Hey James, let me tell you about Reset Day.
Yeah.
Tuesday on Destiny is Reset Day. What that means is they reset everything in the world, and you have to start from scratch so you can build more level up on your character.
Yep.
And usually that's the day where everybody tries to do raids and do all their stuff, because then you get all your big things out of the way, and you can just work on basic pinnacles for the rest of the week.
Yeah, Destiny is one of those games that you could literally play all day, every day, and just to get new stuff. It's a grind. It's a grind game.
100%. Like that game just, and what's funny is James used to make jokes when I would stream Destiny, because I would put things like, back on the grind, and he would be like, "Oh, you're grinding?" And it's like, well, yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing, because that's what this entire game consists of. I get the joke. I get it. You're saying that I'm grinding, right? Bumping grind, but I mean that's
Yeah, it's also when you play Crucible, you get to play with all the sweaties right away. It's so fun.
woo. God, the sweats that are on during Crucible, man.
Oh yeah.
I at this point refuse to play Trials of Osiris.
Yeah.
Because just the amount of sweats that are in Osiris just makes it not fun.
You want to hate yourself in the video game? Play Tuesday sweaty Trials of Osiris.
Yeah, I cannot subject myself to Trials of Osiris.
Yeah.
But what's funny is I say that, but then I am the biggest sweat when Iron Banner comes around.
Iron Banana?
Iron Banana!
So you know what my next question is going to be, right?
What's that?
What is the sweat?
The sweaties. They are the streamers, the diehards that will immediately quit if they're losing by 2 points in the game. Rage quit, because they are there to purposely destroy people. If you do something they don't like, they get angry and they're literally sweating playing the game.
Oh, and the sweats are hilarious, because like when you wreck them, they will literally message you and talk about like, "Oh, too bad you can't use anything other than X, Y, and Z gun," or like they always complain about something just because they're shit, So,
but they are the guys that will follow the big Destiny streamers, and whatever loadout that streamer is using, that's what they use. Period.
Again, I have played many times with NDS Talon. And it's funny because like you'll hear how people just get really upset because you're playing with NDS Talon, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you're a part of his rising, like especially like anybody who's a part of the streaming community, if they notice that you're on is rising, they freak out. Because they're just like, "Oh, look at these guys, look at these wannabes just hanging around NDS Talon," and it's like, I mean, you do understand that this team is by invite only, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason that I'm here. I'm not the greatest player, but I used to be consistent.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, but I'm consistent. I'm not consistent anymore. I'll admit that. I consistently was on all the time. I was the guy that they could always count on for raids and everything like that. It's kind of almost like a PvP machine, but I will 100% admit that I have not been playing like I used to.
And we need to get you back on it. We need to get Force back on it. We gotta do a collab Destiny game between Distance 30 and Kyber Cave.
What we need to do is finally plan this tournament that we've been talking about for months.
Jeez.
I have the game. We just need to actually plan it, dude.
As do I.
I do not. So I'll just
And
watch
I
you
mean,
guys.
we could literally make that a Thursday thing. Like Last of Us episode 11 is going to be a live Thursday thing. We could make the Distance Nerding meets Kyber Cave a Thursday thing. We could do that in between the games that we're playing. I mean, hell, Graveyard. What's the next game we're doing after Callisto?
Dead Space.
Dead Space,
Okay.
which is what I'm playing on Distance Nerding right now.
So there's Dead Space, and then after Dead Space, we're doing Kirby. I'm doing Kirby.
Yeah.
Somebody's doing Kirby.
Somebody's doing Kirby. We'll both have it, but that's gonna be really hard to
I'll have
hand
it.
off.
I'm excited for Kirby. I don't know why I'm excited for Kirby. Probably because I'm ready for a horror break. It's like we've gone, like I've been playing Last of Us, and then we went live, and now we're doing Callisto, and then we're going Dead Space, and I'm like, I'm ready for Kirby to eat monsters and spit out power-up items.
I mean, that does sound like a good time.
So you want to start sucking and blowing. Got it.
We're gonna say that he's already used to that. Hey.
No, I mean, we, other than the audio mess up on my end for Crimson Snow, I mean, that was a great game.
That was so much fun. It really was. And we did that on, we did that, what, like 2 days before Christmas, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was great. It was great. And Jen made that for me. Like, just her reaction, her responses. Like, I don't think she understands how much I appreciated her being there.
Oh yeah, it was great. Like I said, I think it got me once. That was it.
And I'm telling you, dude, that game trailer I showed you guys with the
I'm excited
with the camcorder in the
Yes.
woods. Like, I want the two of us plus Jen plus Aubrey there, like the four of us, just to get freaked out by that. Dude, that game, no lie, looks terrifying.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Which game are we talking now?
What's the title?
I always forget. I have it on my watch list on Steam.
Blair Witch Project, the game.
It might as well be, just better. I mean, if you can pull it up, are you able to pull it up, Graveyard, and then like put it in StreamYard so we could watch the trailer for it?
I think we should. It's what's it?
Oh wait, no, Phil would have to do it because he has access to stuff with audio. But you could put the link up to it.
Yeah, I would say just put it in the chat for people to watch.
Oh, by the way, where's LaJack?
That's what I was wondering myself. I smell she made some food, but I don't know. Maybe she forgot about us.
You want me to put it into the comments or into the chat? We can pull it up.
I would say throw it in the chat, and then we can all watch it. Ooh, trailers on the build. Look at that.
Yeah, it's Paranormal Tales.
Paranormal Tales.
Yeah.
So it is Blair Witch Project.
It's inspired by it, but you would not. We need to watch the trailer. You need to watch it just because once you're done with that part, even just because it looks so astoundingly good. It's stupid.
Let me turn my game volume down here. There we go.
Yeah.
We got to finish the one from last week. It's right here, isn't it?
Yeah, we got to finish that bracket.
We just got to finish it.
Yeah, you know, the bracket where The Rock loses.
Where The Rock loses. Jack is ready.
She's ready? All right.
Can we get the trailer going real quick?
Oh, hold on.
Danny DeVito. So it looks like next up we have Jack Black versus Danny DeVito. So next up Jack Black versus Danny DeVito.
I'll put a different trailer into the chat here. Official one. It's a great. I'm gonna have to go with Jack Black.
Yeah, my vote's gonna be for Jack Black.
Taylor's saying Jack Black as well. What you, Phil?
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and call that one with Jack Black. Moving on to the next round. Okay. Let's see. Now, what do we have here? Okay, so it looks like it's going to be, what is this? Robin Williams versus Jack Black.
Is this the final?
I think so. Yeah.
Robin Williams was from the left side of the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, let me double check. I got to double check. Yeah, it was Paul Rudd versus Tony Hawk Tony Hawks.
Tony Hawk.
I don't know what I wrote. And Paul Rudd, I guess, won that one. Then it was, oh, okay. So never mind. Okay, so I did double check and that was incorrect. That was my error. So sorry about that. Looks like we have Jack Black versus Paul Rudd.
Ooh.
I'm gonna vote Jack Black.
Actually, no, I don't know what I did here. Hold on. There's something wrong. This is incorrect. I think I'm missing. Am I missing some of the bracket? Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 2. Why did I cross this one out? I don't know what I did wrong. Can't figure it out.
So I'm looking. I pulled the bracket online. It was Shaq versus Paul. Paul won.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Martin versus Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk won, I believe.
Okay.
And it was Jack Black versus Steve Irwin. We said Jack Black, and then we said DeVito over
Okay.
Frazier.
Yeah, can you repeat all of that again? I'll just rewrite it.
Yeah, we had. So I don't know if we did Paul Rudd versus Tony Hawk.
Okay, so Paul Rudd versus Tony Hawk. Okay. And then what was the rest?
And then it would have been, did DeVito win or did Brendan Fraser win? Do you remember?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I thought it was, DeVito won. So it'd been, it's just Jack Black versus Danny DeVito. And then it's going to be against Jack Black versus Paul Rudd to go against Robin Williams.
Okay, so I have Paul Rudd versus Tony Hawk, and then Jack Black versus who?
Whoever wins between those two.
Okay, so we need to do Paul Rudd versus Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so let's go ahead and do that with everybody's votes.
Fours, what's yours?
So I'm sorry. This is Paul Rudd versus who?
Tony Hawk.
Rudd.
Yeah, I agree. Paul Rudd.
What about you, Philippe? Versus Tony Hawk. Okay, is there any more in the chat?
Phil, I've got no volume on you, bro.
Yeah.
That's because I took the mic.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Chat said we have one vote for Tony Hawk.
Okay. Okay. Any more votes? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and call that. Oh no, actually, no, it's tied up, so I can't.
Well, then you gotta break the tie there, LeJack.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead with Tony Hawk and close that with Tony Hawk.
Okay.
Okay, and then so Tony Hawk is going against Jack Black then?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tony Hawk versus Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
What about you, Philippe? I'm sorry, what? Yeah. I didn't hear you have the headphones on. Okay. 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 Any more?
Taylor
Jack Black and
Jack Black in the chat.
But he also said Tony Hawk.
Well, he just replied again just now with Jack Black.
How many times did we vote on Tony Hawk?
It was Tony Hawk when it was Tony Hawk versus Paul Rudd. He voted Tony Hawk.
Oh, okay. So what are we doing? Jack Black versus who? Versus Tony Hawk?
Yeah. So we had 3. 4 and I, and Taylor said Jack Black.
Okay. I guess I'm confused on why. Did he change his answer? I guess I'm just confused on why he said Tony Hawk and Jack Black.
When it was Paul Rudd versus Tony Hawk, he said Tony Hawk. Now when it was Jack Black versus Tony Hawk, he said Jack Black.
Oh, okay. Okay, and then I'll also vote for Jack Black. So Jack Black wins that one. Okay. Next up, we have Jack Black versus Tony Hawk. I think that's
Jack Black.
Jack Black. I think that's what we just did, wasn't it? But Jack Black.
I don't know. I'm so confused right now. I had Tony Hawk versus Jack Black and Tony Hawk versus Paul Rudd. So was it supposed to be somebody else?
No, it was whoever won between Paul Rudd and Tony Hawk went against Jack Black. They were a bracket lower. So is Tony Hawk versus Jack Black for the right side of the bracket to face whoever won the left side.
Okay, so who won this one then? Because I'm clearly not seeing it.
Jack Black.
Okay, so there is no more Tony Hawk.
Correct.
Okay, so that's Jack Black versus Robin Williams then.
For the final. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a tough one.
My vote's going to be Robin Williams.
Yeah, Robin Williams. Taylor saying Robin Williams.
What about you, Philip? I'm going to go ahead and vote for Robin Williams as well. Any more in the chat?
Nope, doesn't look like it.
Okay. Guess we're going to go ahead and call that one with Robin Williams being the ultimate most likable person.
The champion of champions.
Yes.
Do you have another bracket, Philip? Okay. All right. Well, I will give Philippe back his microphone then.
We'll have a new one for next week then?
Yes.
Sweet.
And I'm back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
And we're back.
All right. Well, we appreciate that. Robin Williams is the ultimate most likable person
In the history of ever.
in the history of everything.
Yes.
There we go. We knocked out a bracket there. All right. What time is it? How much time do we got left here?
Looks like 10 more minutes.
Okay.
Want to rock out this trailer?
Yeah. Let me finish this this page here. Let me see. Let me see how much I have left of this little piece thing here. Oh, there's about this whole little circuit board's got about like 7 more pages left. All right, let me at least make this like a complete piece, which I think is like the next page because it's gonna like bother me if I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
To the next page. and then we'll rock out that trailer.
Sweet.
All right. While you do that, I am going to take a 3-minute break to let the dogs out real quick, and I'll be right back.
All right, we're timing you. Go.
Go.
Who let the dogs out?
Who?
Who? Fours let the dogs out because they had to pee.
Exactly.
That guy goes down here. All right. One longish black piece. That guy goes right there, or two. It's just one. All right.
So are there only so far just the NES and Atari that are in Lego form, or are there other systems as well?
Yeah, so those are the only two consoles that have come out. And I'm sure, they're going to come out with like a Commodore 64 or like a SNES or something like that. The smartest thing would be to do like a Commodore 64 because that's another iconic console.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's always what people ask me about when I say I have every console. They're like, "Well, do you have a Commodore?" Well, a Commodore is a computer. Do I get every version of every computer? That's really the question, right?
Right.
But I say it was more of a gaming machine, so I have it. And I had one growing up, so I still have that actually. So
nice.
Yeah, it's I actually got, I had enough pieces to build out one for Salem as well. So he has a working, fully modded, fully refurbished Commodore 64 as well.
That's dope.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of great games on there. Like I said, that's when you guys were talking about the music with the Winter and Summer Olympics. That's the music I hear in my head is from the Commodore version of those Summer and Winter Olympic Games.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. Oh, Cindy, the bracket just ended. We voted Robin Williams, the most universally liked person in the world, or at least the United States.
America has voted.
Give that man his award.
And it's a posthumous Robin Williams. All right, switching over here.
All right.
Let me move this around. All right.
Gotta wait for Forrest to come back so you can see his reaction too.
I know, right? Okay. For now, let's just jam out.
Let's do it.
That hit's kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. This is what we should dance party to.
Yeah. Remember, white Dutch guy doesn't dance.
Fun fact: this is Dutch music, so there you go. This is considered Dutch house.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh well.
It's like I'm a white Dutch guy. Well, hey, we're listening to white Dutch music, so there we go.
You got me there.
Yeah, because that the genre of what that is called Dutch house.
Not the right kind of Dutch then. Dancing, making music. Come on.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up so then that way when he gets back from letting the dogs go pee pee.
Yes. And I want to work on the video once parts come in. I'm going to start the mod of my Proton pack.
Nice.
So I'm going to get authentic cables. I'm going to get rough and buff. I'm doing to make it look as movie accurate as I possibly can.
My buddy, he was just showing me he got the movie replica of Spengler's Proton pack and the wand.
Yeah, that's literally sitting right next to me here.
Yeah, so he just got that, and then he made a trap, and the trap is actually pretty dope.
He made it. Like, is
He
it
made
like
it.
how much?
I don't know, man. He sent me a video of it. Where's he at? Here, right there. Probably not going to be able to see it. We're going over a whole bunch of stuff. So here's his proton pack.
Nice. I see the trap there. See it. I want it.
And then he's got a video right here.
Yeah. Yes, that's. I'm looking to. I should be able to make one, but I don't have the time to make one. I definitely want one though.
Like, you can't see it from here, but if you like actually see the video, like it actually smokes.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Ask him how much.
Yeah.
I was definitely interested.
He said he's also working on some ecto goggles.
Yes, and I need a PKE meter as well.
It won't let me pull the picture up. But yeah, this dude is also like a saber enthusiast, so he like gets a bunch of sabers. This is one of my buddies that he's a closet nerd, so like people really don't know that he's a nerd like that.
Right.
But like obviously, like, you know, because I'm friends with him, he's just like, yeah, no, can't really nerd out with these things with people because people are gonna think I'm like a nerd. So I know, you know, I'm a nerd. So here's all the stuff I've been collecting and building and all this other shit. He's also a cop, so he's just like, yeah. So I want all my cop buddies to know that I'm a nerd. I'm like, come on, man.
Tell him he can take my money.
Which is funny because he knows Thomas Wong, who is another PD friend of mine, San Francisco PD friend of mine that he's in the he watches the show every now and then. But yeah, let's check out this trailer.
Yes.
So it's the
second link. Second link.
Okay,
yeah.
Second link. Oh, you guys can hear it, but let me present, share screen. There are no more tales. Boom.
You're muted there, Forrest.
The thing that's different about a Verbo vacation home, you always have the whole place to.
All right.
Teddy! Teddy! Come here, boy.
Oh, I've seen this.
Got into him.
This
Teddy!
the what's called demo.
Teddy, come on now. Teddy, for fuck's sake.
This was the Unreal Engine 5 demo. Like a lot of people didn't realize. Just because like the motion blurs is flawless in this.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Elvive Hyaluron Plump for dehydrated hair.
Bro.
No, so no, I've seen this trailer. And I remember when that trailer first came out, just like how many people were like, wait, so this is supposed to be a video game? Like, you sure this isn't like found footage or this isn't like a movie or something? Like, no, it's all it was one of the first demos they made with Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Force looks like he really shot himself. Look at that.
Bro. That's gonna be a horrifying game.
Yeah.
And I hope that like for the sake of multiple playthroughs, they don't make the jump scares and everything in it predictable. Like with Crimson Snow, it's predictable once you go through the game once or twice. You know when she's going to drop and when she's going to come after you and when it's going to be scary. I hope in this situation, it's complete RNG.
Oh,
Like
dude.
like it just makes you afraid to go around any and all corners at all times.
Yeah, it just seems like shit inducing. There we go. All right.
Serious, bro.
Oh man. I mean it looks intense, man. When you guys play it, just make sure I'm not around because that might actually scare me. Guys. We are getting ready to head over to Kyber Cave Gaming. So with that all being said, I need your guys' pluggables. All right. So Fours, let everybody know where they can find you.
Okay, so if you are in the Saber community, if you are into Sabers, go to kybercave.com and purchase one. You can then head to saberfont.com, get a sound font from me, Fours FX, or any of my friends who are up there, Juan Sith, Harry Solo Fonts, any of those folks, get some good sounds, put them on your Saber. Other than that, go over to Kyber Cave Productions, as it says right there, the YouTube channel. You're going to find a buttload of content that I have uploaded. My keynote content that I push is always my Last of Us content that I play with the amazing, incredible Aubrey, who is my Mrs. Fours. We did 6 episodes together. I did 1 episode with Graveyard. It's just a really, it was a lot of fun, like 3 some odd months in the making because I'm not a regular content creator. Also with Graveyard, I participate in some retro alcoves, and on Thursday nights, you can find us doing just streaming any live game. We've done Zelda. Now we're on Callisto Protocol. We're going to be going into Dead Space. Following that, we're doing Kirby and a couple of other little things happening there. And you'll also find me at Dawn Distance Nerding on Tuesdays and Thursdays, as long as I maintain my status of welcome.
Yeah. Just don't piss off James. That's basically
Hey, James, I love The Rock.
Yeah. Graveyard, let everybody know where they can find more of the grave.
Yes, so I am Graveyard, co-host of the Mostly Pod at Night Mostly podcast. You can find us anywhere you get your podcast. I'm starting to create our own YouTube channel just for the content. It's just audio, so it's great. You don't have to look at us. On top of that, you can find me at Kyber Cave Productions. I'm part of Retro Alcove, which is pre-recorded, drops every Monday. You can find me here on the build, hopefully every Thursday. After that, Kyber Cave Gaming Live and Kyber Cave After Dark on Fridays.
There we go. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am. You know who we are. You know all about the distance nerds and the nerding and nerd world and all the nerds of the nerddom. Just had to say nerd 1,000 times because why not? Ladies and gentlemen, you know who we are. You can come follow us all at Distance Nerding on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook Live. Of course, the Discord. We talked about our OnlyFans earlier, just pictures of Aaron Watson's feet and mandals. It is definitely worth it. I'm going to make sure I get some exclusive content of Julian, Valderrama, and Beefy, so that way you guys can see what buff feet look like. There you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, on top of that, check out our schedule right there at the bottom of the screen. Mondays, game streams from 8 to 12. I am currently playing Dead Space. I finished chapter 3, going into chapter 4, and there's 12 chapters in the game. So we're going to be smooth sailing right along. Not smooth sailing because that game is ridiculous. But then it's not as hard as Callisto Protocol from what I can tell. But I mean, like it's still a it's a difficult game. Tuesdays, the download from 6:30 to 8:30, where we talk nerdy news and rumors and all that kind of fun stuff, trailers and trailer reactions and reviews and everything like that. Catch us there, guys. Again, from 6:30 to 8:30 on Tuesdays. And Thursdays, the show that you're watching right now, The Build, where I build Lego on stream. Currently building the Atari 2600, and we talk with interesting people. Again, we talk to. If you're just somehow watching the end of the show or you're catching the end of the YouTube stream, we interviewed Julian Valderrama, and he is a fitness and military influencer. Funny dude, he is, and he's a funny guy generally, right? So we interviewed him today. We had a whole bunch of fun, and next week Be ready, guys, because I don't think anybody here is ready for next week's interview. Matt Aguilar, the host of Comic Book Nation on comicbook.com, is going to be on the show next week. And
Whoa.
What?
that also means we are about to get a rare in-show appearance from Jamez 5000.
What?
Yes. So Jamez 5000 will be on the show next week, so we can we can talk with Matt Aguilar, mainly because Matt Aguilar is a huge influence in the way that James formats the show and the way that we do our thing and all that. So, comicbook.com is definitely a big influence on us. So it's going to be an honor and a privilege to be able to interview Matt Aguilar and basically interview a guy that kind of inspires what we do, right? And then of course we do brackets and fun stuff. We're gonna figure something out. We got to go extra nerdy if Matt Aguilar is coming on, because that dude is the nerd of all nerds.
I would dare say distance learning will become a nerd world country.
That's a good one.
You gotta find who will win in a fight versus the biggest hitters in DC and Marvel.
Oh my gosh.
That gets a little difficult, man. It's like, okay, so who would win in a fight? I don't know.
We'll find something.
Okay,
Find
well,
something.
I'm trying to think, like, who is the ultimate, like, Sentry versus Superman? I guess technically Superman would still win that. Like, Superman's born a god. Sentry was made a god. So it's kind of like...
Well, depends where they're fighting.
True. Well, it also depends on the version, because if it's Superman Prime has no weaknesses. He's absorbed so much yellow sunlight that he's invulnerable to everything.
Oof.
Yeah. Superman Prime is a ridiculously OP character, but in the timeline that Superman Prime exists, because he absorbs sunlight and sheds all of his invulnerabilities, he lives forever, so he outlives humanity. And he gets to a point where he's the only being left in existence. And the way that the comic book, what it tackles is loneliness and him tackling having to be alone for eternity.
Dude, that's sad as freak.
It's messed up, dude. But I mean, like, that's how powerful Superman is. That in a certain timeline, Superman is the most invulnerable being in existence. What? But he has to live by himself.
I always forget the name of the villain. God, what was his name? DC Universe. Always he lived stupidly long too. Was it
Vandal Savage.
Vandal Savage. Thank you. Thank you. There was one where Superman and Vandal Savage were like in this far distant future. Like Vandal Savage had lived that long, but Superman traveled that far.
Yeah.
And they met together, and and Vandal's like, yeah, Superman, I don't even care anymore.
Yeah, Vandal Savage, he trip.
That would be cool.
Vandal Savage is a trip because, like, the way that Vandal Savage is built is the only reason that he lives forever is because he absorbs so much radiation from a meteorite that he becomes eternal. And like, he just can't die.
It would be really cool to have quote unquote eternal beings at the end of everything. Like, you'll have Superman Prime and then Vandal Savage, and then just to like really mix it up, Ra's al Ghul.
So here's the thing: Ra's al Ghul needs the
he needs the Lazarus pit, right?
He needs the Lazarus chambers, yeah.
Right.
But I mean, what if he finds a way? Like, he just takes the League of Assassins, pulls it back, and devotes them to just making new pits.
You know who would survive is Doomsday.
And about Apocalypse.
Apocalypse would even die, because Apocalypse is already old by the time that we see him. Like he is the equivalent of
Talk about Darkseid.
Yeah, Darkseid. Sorry, Darkseid in and it's because he's from Apocalypse.
Apocalypse World, yeah.
Yeah, Darkseid, at the point where he is in his life, he's like millennia old, but he is the equivalent in his lifespan. He's like the equivalent of like in his mid 50s. So like he ages. He just ages very slowly.
It would be a very interesting one issue comic book, like not even a comic book. Like make it a graphic novel of the span of maybe 4 comic books, and you've got like the 4 of them being the last beings in existence, and they're like, what do we do?
Well, again, like you would have to get characters that literally can't die, right? So again, Darkseid can die. He's just ultra powerful, right? But he can die. Superman can't die. When they killed Superman the first time, he just went into hibernation. Like you can't kill Superman, right? So that's one of the arguments where everybody talks about like Goku versus Superman, right? You can't go. The reason that Goku loses in every matchup, the when people actually do calculations on their power and everything, what it always comes down to is Superman is limitless, where Goku is always trying to achieve the next level.
Yeah.
Right? The character who is looking who is always trying to get to the next level always loses to the character who has no limits. Superman is written to have no limits, right? So that's the whole thing, is that the reason that Goku continuously loses every time people put him in matchups, except for fanboy matchups, when people actually do like, okay, Goku, you have him at Ultra Instinct, you have him at his ultimate forms, at the point where he's at right now, he's like, still the strongest fighter in existence, but at the same time, again, he's always trying to achieve the next level, right? His goal is always to achieve another level, whereas Superman is always trying to scale himself back because he's too powerful.
I can see it.
So that's the whole thing, is that's where it ultimately comes down to, is Superman is the ultimate as far as like strength. He's the ultimate powerful character. So you would have to get someone like Superman who in his own minds can never die. Vandal Savage, again, somebody who can never die. And Doomsday, someone who becomes invulnerable to the way that he died the last time when he regenerates. Right? Doomsday, if Doomsday dies to old age, he comes back and is eternal. Right? If that's why Doomsday is such a powerful character, is because the way he was designed was his fail-safe is that if he is killed a certain way, he's invulnerable to that way of death when he regenerates.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And that's why if you look at when Superman stops Doomsday, everybody's like, well, how come he didn't kill him? It's because he can't kill him. The only way you can stop Doomsday is by putting him to sleep. Like, you have to put Doomsday into a hibernation. That's why when Doomsday emerged, he was in that containment suit, is because they found a way to basically put him in hibernation so that he was less of a threat. And then when basically Lex Luthor found him, woke him up, and he went on a murderous rampage and started killing everybody. And first thing he did was Superman tries to stop him, and he kills Superman. Right? Superman actually killed him like twice in that fight, and that's how you find out that he has this invulnerability, like the way that he can come back. Right? So then, and that he's a future Kryptonian experiment, right? You know that he's a Kryptonian experiment from the future.
It's always the future.
Yeah. So his whole thing is the reason that he is as strong as he is, and the reason that he has the ability for the invulnerability, is because he has Kryptonian DNA. right? It's a trip when you start reading about all that stuff. But anyways, guys, we got into a tangent. We got to get into Kyber Cave Gaming. So guys, it is time for the dance party. Let's get this going and go. Ooh, what do we have? Graveyard. Crow! Yes!
Distance nerding.
Until Tuesday, everybody.
See ya.
See everybody next week.